Rappers have been praising Trump for over a decade and ignoring real heroes. Americans have been, excited about those who make money without thinking about the exploitation that may be involved with that money for ages. It's just a reflection of our values. We get the leaders we deserve, It's just a reflection of our values. I mean, I'm dead serious. We've been pumping up motherfuckers who have warped values in terms of capitalism, exploitation, not caring for the poor. I mean, you hear it reflected in so much shit, like why are we so fascinated with the rich anyway? Like, isn't that the only reason why we're watching like Kardashian shit, is like richness and fat asses? I think that's the idea, right? But I don't know what our fascination is, but if you think those things don't have an effect, all of those things are parts of our diet, So like, you watch that shit that's like, a bag of Cheetos. Eat a bag of Cheetos and go to the bathroom, look at the color of your shit. Does it have no effect? You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of these things have an effect. The effect of the bullshit that we ingest, reflects the bullshit that we're given, the possibility to elect. I mean, to me, it's just stupid. I don't even know how I feel about the idea of giving, the bullshit airplay. Mm-hmm. Because honestly, most of my responses to anything, Flint, Trump, I'm just like, well, yeah, that's the bullshit we're talking about. Trump, yeah, that's the bullshit we're talking about. Like, it's all, in the same boat of just this sort of negligence that falls under these banners that are not, as simple as just racism or something like that. That I think that we all fall victim to layers and layers upon layers of reactionary stupidity. And that's not just America, that's everywhere. Fascism is in a rise across Europe right now. Well, I mean, America was fresh initially because of its open borders. America was fresh initially because it had found a way to silently pacify and murder, the indigenous that were here in order to open its doors to those who wanted to come from Europe and those that they enslaved along the way. And that's how and why it was the new world and offered new possibilities. The absurdity in this, immigrant heaven suddenly turning against immigrants is, it's just more of the absurdist sort of nonsense that is to be expected with time, because people forget, people become complacent, people become comfortable, people become fearful. And you can see an evolution in consciousness even where, like, you might say that 100 years ago, mystery, look at our relationship to mystery in the West. It used to be that the idea of someone who was mysterious, that evoked a greater sense of beauty. You can hear it. You watch an old film, like, he was tall, dark, and handsome, and there was something mysterious about her. You watch those old, what do you call it, film noir films, and you can see the role that mystery played in evoking a sense of beauty. And through time, we've grown to align mystery, the unknown, with what we should be afraid of, with what we should fear. I think that teaching and propagating fear is dangerous. It's part of the beef that I have with religion. It's often the beef that I have with nationalism. These projections of just like fear God or fear the terrorist or all this shit. I find that it is usually used not because we should be afraid, But because the people who are saying that or using that are trying to control us. It's easy to control groups of people if you have already instilled fear in them. If you want to be safe, do it this way. Fear the enemy. That's why we're asking more people to sign up for the army. That's why we're asking you to accept these cut-in wages, because we have an enemy that, you know, like, you can get away with a lot of shit. The Patriot Act. You can get away with a lot of shit when people are afraid.